Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Return starts from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So Alabama's offense comes on the field first today. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. So one play moves the ball to the 38. It'll be first down. Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, plays like this, what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. And the ball to the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Boy, the defense showing their team speed on that play, flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
Second, the coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Becomes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect. Put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. We'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They set up for a field goal last time. Now let's see what they can do this time. This line gets set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
And the jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on that ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Receiver makes the catch. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on 3rd down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Finds space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Well, the big fella's flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has. Big gain in the first down.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving his defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is,
into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This is a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver. And I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense
defense might have prevented them from being a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to put this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This offense scores the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. And the receivers got it. Tackle made at the 23 as they gained some important breathing room.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Fair catch made at the 40. And here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Contact as he let the ball go. And it's incomplete, even at a 1st down throw. He was on some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He's brought down out at the 46.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Makes a quick catch. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He finds some space. Oh, he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And it's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. With the continuity, this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. That might yards out of this possession. Handoff here from the shotgun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll pick up the first down, stopping at 27.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quick pressure. They got him down for a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, and he picks up some big yards, they get a real shot here now on 3rd down.
Looks into the running back, but he's got work to do. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. They bring the punter on the field now, and he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Returner decides to fair catch this. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, tie. Strong game by this quarterback. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly. Widen the distance between them and their opponent before they even get to the locker rooms.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last drive stalled. Forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Dump off caught by the running back.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Makes that your 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. That will pick up a first down, spotted at the 38. A new set of downs after that completion. He hands it off from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, that's mano a mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, And that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Nice throw, caught for a completion.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch can pad your stats.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners with great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
This time, a completion. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They bring him down at the 7. The offense set him now with a 1st and goal. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution in that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And here's the return from inside the 5. The return brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. There was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Trying to create here on the move. And he pulls in the catch. That picks up a first down. I'll spot it at the 39.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? To finally get to him behind the line.
Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Pass rush closing in. Oh, the sack was made there by the freshman.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. They get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. Field at the 25. And the return being brought down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. And the punt team now on to kick it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab made by the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Wow, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside, bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over and make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. You'd be surprised if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is what you love to see, right? The quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands, so good job.
Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback of your defensive front.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, for many, this is the best conference in all of football, and the first half of this SEC championship was filled with excitement and incredible pageantry. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the much-anticipated conclusion of the SEC Championship.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Well, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. You just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Ron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Running back has it on the screen now. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield.
Well, these screen passes are all about timing. I really felt the offense looked like they tipped their hand. The defense started to kind of drift that way towards the screen. And by the time the running back catches the ball, there's just nowhere to go.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This one is getting ugly. In a conference championship game, this quarterback, this receiver, having a performance we are never going to forget.
You know, at this point, I'm just kind of sitting back, just enjoying it. I don't even know what to say from an analytical standpoint because it just keeps happening over and over again. But it sure is fun to just sit back and watch these guys execute.
They'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the coverage team gets the return to the ground. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though?
He's sacked to be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And here's the handoff. He stopped short of the marker towards fourth down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Going to kick down for the 5th time today. We'll call for the fair catch here. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum in the defense. Make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. The guys up front line up. It's first down. Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon. But give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
Important second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Here comes a handoff. Fighting off the defender. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He's moving out of the pocket now. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. the shotgun, inside handoff.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. He's already at it again.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Touchdown, Bama. And the beatdown continues. They'll try to add the lead now with the 18. Extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Returner tackled right there. That's when they'll start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll begin with a quick throw to the left. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick grab. He's tackled quickly. The yardage is good enough for the first half. A new set of downs after that completion. It's a shotgun run call. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or you can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from a running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. A big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it from the gun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground. It's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. A gain sets up a 3rd down play. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. Kick is up and good. And the score remains very lopsided. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field.
And I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away. Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. And they pick up the first on the ground. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
How impressive these guys have been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
That's a solid run. Good for 1st down yardage. Quarterback drops back. Looking to scramble. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage curtain that he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are aligning. The quarterback's doing his job.
play caller is seeing the defense, putting them in position to have success. Let's not forget the line and receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
Return starts from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. That Michael Bengals offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. In the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Here's the second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Tackle him after a short game. A cautious call there on 3rd down. Punting ready to boot it away. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. When he's got some space here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Let's go!
And there's the handoff. And it's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Open.
Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. It hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. The back's got it. Gets into space at the 50. Ball carrier tackled there.
How about that? You get all these yards on the ground, and yet you're still short of the 1st down marker. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Obviously, I think they called this play just to keep it safe, avoid the interception, set up for a punt. So mission accomplished there. But what a bummer that you get a big chunk of yards like that and still no 1st down.
Pressure is coming. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Easy.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks like he's going to run it. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it from the red zone. QB to the tight end for a completion. Touchdown, Alabama. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. 2nd and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run pass, kept the defense off balance and route to a touchdown. First down here for this offense. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Again, makes it second and medium. Bringing pressure. He's going to take off. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain here to move the sticks using his feet.
That's a really nice read here by this quarterback, Chris. He kept it himself, picked up some positive yardage.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Ready, set.
Second down play coming up.
Jackrabbit.
He'll hand it off. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Got it.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a first and 10.
Easy.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Love those positive yards on first and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. Cost them 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty.
Ready.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play.
Cut it. Cut it. 42.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
On the double.
4th down and 2 coming up as you try to keep the drive going.
Pound.
Keeping it on the ground here. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on.
Chris, you're talking about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the extra point was up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And he's going to float this one to the right side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? Crosses the 10. Going to take it all the way in. Quick 6. Touchdown, Bama.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Went after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the kickoff will be returned. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Thanks, line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up. First and goal from the 8. So following the quick lightning strike, they're set up here first and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. The pocket breaking down. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the 4th quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Offense facing 2nd and goal.
Come on, set.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. They'll stop him behind the line.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the sight of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Who makes the grab? An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42. Another big play from this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Ready up.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. To throw, it's Love. He's escaping the pocket now. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down for a loss after the caution. Not what they were looking for. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, you can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this.